Feeding his Visa card into the card machine, he was tapping my number into his mobile. Yes, a quick worker. And I was thrilled. You see, I was already smitten. Mum is... Dominic interrupted my musings. Old-fashioned. She doesn't like the fact that you've been married before. My eyebrows shot upwards. What? You heard? Dominic muttered. And? Is it my fault that within a very short time of vowing to grow old with me, my then-husband went off with his best man's sister? I did tell Mum your story. My jaw dropped. And she still said she didn't like me. Dominic scratched one ear nervously. Mum says that it takes two to make a marriage and two to break it. She thinks there must be a reason why your husband ran off with another woman. Yes, there is, I hissed. It's called lust. Maybe Harry would have stayed if I'd been endowed with a chest like Katie Price and a bum like Kim Kardashian instead of a figure like Olive Oil. Okay, Dominic soothed. I know it's a sore subject. It is not my fault that Harry preferred a woman with beach balls in her bra and soft cushions in her knickers to a wife whose boobs resemble two raspberries on meringues that fail to rise. You have lovely boobs, said Dominic loyally. Did you tell your mother that? Now you're being ridiculous, Daisy. It's your mother who's being ridiculous. You should point out that I have no children, therefore her son has no emotional baggage to deal with, no forking out from his salary to help clothe someone else's kids, no being ensnared as a meal ticket. Just give her time, eh? Dominic pleaded. How much time? I huffed. My shoulders sagged, and I gazed at the view beyond the slightly steamed-up window. Outside, spring sunshine was lighting up the small garden, haloing hundreds of daffodils which were nodding away in the neat flower borders. Despite it being the first week of May, the temperature was very erratic. I knew that outside was cooler than it looked. A squirrel squiggled its way along the fence trellis, pausing only to let a blackbird move out of the way. I turned back to Dominic. We've been living together for 5 months, and now we're engaged. Surely that is reason enough to warrant a meet-the-parent situation. Well, meet the parent, given that your dad is no longer of this world. It will happen, Dominic assured. A little patience is required. Meanwhile, try not to be cross. After all, I haven't yet met your parents. That's because they live in Canada, I said scathingly. And anyway, you have met them. As such, you've talked to them on FaceTime. Not quite the same thing, surely. In which case, let me talk to Cindy on FaceTime. I brightened at the prospect of a compromise. I'm not sure, said Dominic reluctantly. Oh, this is ridiculous, I snapped, scraping back my chair and picking up the abandoned bowl. The cereal had long gone soggy. Why was Dominic's mother so frustrating? And why wouldn't my fiancé stand up to her? Chapter 2. As I stood washing up at the sink, Dominic came over and, from behind, put his arms around my waist. Listen, I don't want us both going off to work on an argument. It's not an argument, I said, crashing the china bowl down on the drainer so hard that for one moment I thought it had cracked. It's a disagreement. Well, whatever it is, can we put it aside? Dominic began nuzzling my neck. This action would usually have desire running up and down my spine, melting my chilliness faster than a snowball in a microwave. Come on.